She said that American soccer fans, most of them aren't smart. They don't know the game. They don't understand.
Gio.
That guy Gazpacho.
It's important to take a lame gorilla, okay?
Right, did you know that Arsenal died?
He's got me buzzing.
Up the toppies. It's hard to up them anyway.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. Welcome back to Footy with the boys. We have Nick phoning in for this one due to some bad internet. Mike with the Chicago White Sox cap. He just chooses some tough teams to root for with Everton, the Bears, and Chicago White Sox. At least Everton is hopefully showing some good signs here. Now he's walking away. It looks like I might be soloing it.
This is off the rails.
For 20 minutes telling me to get the shit off the
This
road.
is just awful. We've sat here pre-pod. He was A-okay. Now he's walked away.
Fucking crazy.
He's gone with the Detroit Tigers. Derek Skubal.
Excuse me.
The G. Back. So back.
Support good teams.
Onto a winner here. He's a bandwagoner, as they say. Let's start with a little off the pitch. We'll get into some big news and then, of course, talk quite a bit about the U.S. men's national team. We'll be going through what we think our best 11 for the World Cup will be after watching this Gold Cup and seeing where everybody's going to be at. We'll get into a Wonder Grid and then some X-rated responses. Basically, just some reactions to some tweets / X's. I don't know what they're truly called at this point. Zeets.
We're not doing it. I mean,
We're not doing it. Never mind.
it's over.
We've X'd it. We've X'd it.
Okay.
Off the pitch, the crew is together for Monday. Nick came to Chicago ahead of his big move here in a couple of weeks. Watched a little Superman. Had a little beer afterwards. Pretty good reviews on Superman here, boys.
Super.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I think it's the best comic book movie of the past decade.
That's
So dumb.
that is just saying something to
It's
get a reaction.
the best Superman movie I've ever seen.
Dude, what comic book movie lately has been better than
In the past decade?
Any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Infinity War,
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sucked.
Yeah, you're still
Matt
going through
Reeves,
Avengers,
Batman.
though.
Guardians of the
I liked
Galaxy
it.
3 was awesome. If you think it sucked, you do not have taste.
Nah, Matt Reeves' Batman is pretty good, but this one was better.
Or was,
Maybe that's such
Joaquin
recency
Phoenix's
bias, dog.
Joker?
Maybe you're just not punk rock, bro. Joker sucked.
I'm not. I'm pop rock.
I'm
the
punk
second
rock.
one, the first one. You thought the first Joker sucked?
Yeah, well, the second one was truly atrocious, but I did not enjoy the first.
Wow.
I wouldn't even call the first Joker a comic book movie, though.
Yeah,
I
happen to have a comic
it was a
Joker.
commentary on society.
It was just
You
Taxi
pleb.
Driver, but the Joker instead.
You know, it's a commentary on society.
Chelsea.
Cole Palmer, Chelsea absolutely throttled PSG in the Club World Cup final 3-0. Cole Palmer with a brace and then assist João Pedro for his third goal in 2 games at Chelsea Football Club over PSG, who seemed like they were just a buzzsaw, murdering everyone. Went through Bayern, went through Atletico Madrid, went through Real Madrid 4-0 in the semifinal. And then they faced Chelsea, the team of 1 billion players and $1 billion. And Chelsea finally, maybe that money and Enzo Maresca's plan is coming through. They really went out on the front foot, pressed PSG and made them uncomfortable. And Cole Palmer came up as a star boy for them. Mike, does this trophy actually mean something, though? They had the Conference League title and the FIFA Club World Cup title now. Is this saying anything about them? That they're figuring it out? Are these big accomplishments, or what type of weight do we put on the Club World Cup?
It's a real competition. I mean, it was difficult to win. No one really gave him a chance in the final. I thought PSG would stomp them. And Chelsea, I didn't think looked particularly good throughout most of the Club World Cup. Their group stage was a bit shaky. They almost bombed out against Benfica, and then that 2-hour delay and the restart, and ended up scraping by, getting some goals there in stoppage time and extra time. And then kind of found themselves on an easier path towards the final. Played some solid sides outside of Europe, but not the same pathway that PSG had. But then in the fucking final, I mean, this might be the best performance they've had under Maresca. Cole Palmer was everywhere, but from the first minute of the game, they took it right to PSG. Every other team in the tournament, Bayern, Real Madrid, kind of set back, try to contain PSG, hit them on the counter. And then Chelsea kind of just played them. They got both the fullbacks to go high up the pitch, found space underneath them, Pedro Neto and Cole Palmer on the wings, took full advantage of it, and were really clinical on the chances that they had. PSG did create a bunch in this game, but Robert Sanchez and a few of the defenders stepped up big time. He made 2 really good saves, and they just had enough on the day to win it. I think it's a legit win. I think it's worth quite a bit. It's hard to say since it's the first iteration of this tournament, but
I mean, a lot of money on the line. So
Yeah, they get good money. What was it again? What's the paycheck?
crazy
130
money.
million or something like
Wow.
that. They've already spent it all, but the money they spent seems to be worth it. João Pedro looks phenomenal. Liam Delap has looked pretty good. He almost scored here, forced a great save out of Donnarumma. There's going to be real competition for who starts at the 9 with those 3 guys that they have.
Yeah, I think
Who's
Nico
the
Jackson
third?
might be on his way out. I don't
Nico
know if he's
Jackson.
gonna stick around to be the
Oh.
third. But I mean, yeah, for a team that just cooks their books like crazy, Chelsea getting this absurd amount of money from the Club World Cup certainly helps them out a lot more than what it would have done for a lot of other teams, because maybe this gets them away from that 115 charges type Man City-esque financial situation by just getting a random hundreds of millions dropped in their bank account by FIFA. Nick, speaking of hundreds of millions and a lot of money being spent, Arsenal are looking to spend this summer, and we have a Gyökeres here we go soon from Fabrizio Romano. Sounds like it's coming in the,
Here we go.
the next days. He's waived his agent fees and things to make sure they can get across the finish line. He says he just wants it to be Arsenal. Mascara as well, 15 million, I believe, coming in. There's rumors of Eze, Rodrigo, Rafael Leao all having interest. I think the Eze one is a lot more concrete interest. Rodrigo, maybe one more step above Leao as well. But big summer, it looks like, shaping up for Arsenal in the transfer window. Is this a put up or shut up season for Arteta? You're kind of seeing a lot of these other managers get crazy investment, and at least in the case of Maresca, is getting some trophies within it. It's a time Arteta starts getting some trophies himself here.
Gentle reminder, he did win an FA Cup, but yes, I do think at this point, I don't know, because who are you going to hire that's better than Mikel Arteta? I don't know if there's many guys out there, if we're being honest, but this is what now, year 6, 7. I think Arsenal have been pretty pragmatic with their transfers so far. 6 players in like the last 3 summers or something like that. 6 players this summer, $250 million dropped in transfer fees, it looks like. I mean, there's no more excuses left to go. Even last year, I think we said a lot of the same thing. There was no more excuses. Obviously, the injuries were huge, but seems like they're really rounding out their squad this year, and it's really, really deep. Gyökeres, legend. Gyökeres' agent, legend for all the things they've been pushing Sporting to do. Sporting, just Hall of Fame, annoying-ass negotiations, being the absolute worst. Their president saying there's nothing that an apology and a hefty fine can't fix with the Gyökeres situation. That guy's scum. It seems like here we go. Ornstein finally dropped the bomb, and Ornstein's probably the most reliable Arsenal guy out there. So it seems like it's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, Gyökeres wants to be here desperately. We haven't seen Zubimendi without a smile in any of his photos. Christian Norgard's son is making him cry in the photo shoot, just putting on the dad's kit. We're building a squad, and we're building a team that really wants to fight for this badge. So I think it is. I think, a trophy is the bare minimum this year. Whether that be a cup run, whether that be in the Champions League, whether that be in the Premier League. And I truly believe we're good enough to get it done. So, I think so. I think if he has no trophies, I think there could be legitimate questions at the end of the season about whether or not this is his future. That doesn't mean, Arteta out, but, I think at that point it would be very, very fair. They'd run out of excuses as far as the squad.
I think, this is the type of investment that, if we're being realistic, is the minimum of what you need to be a real title contender.
There's
I think you have to.
Investment.
It's a hefty investment.
$250 million this summer.
Yes, but if you're not investing very heavily, you're not realistically going to win the Premier League with the amount of money and amount of investment that all these other teams are doing. When Man City are spending hundreds of millions in the winter and summer transfer window, and Chelsea are spending just ungodly amounts of money every single window to improve. When you have Liverpool, even with just dropping bag after bag, getting Florian Wirtz for crazy money as well. Like, it's the state of the Premier League that you just have to spend a shit ton of fucking money to stay competitive with the other teams that are willing to stretch those financial fair play rules as much as they can stretch and break them as well 115 times in order to win some trophies. So I think this is something that Arsenal is almost needed to do. We'll see what other investments they get. Like I said, Eze rumored, Rodrigo rumored interest in Leao, and so with AC Milan.
I haven't seen that Leao thing much lately.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think it's more Eze Rodrigo.
Yeah, no, I think it's
definitely
mostly Eze Rodrigo, but Leao with
what's the goal amount that we're looking for? Just in the league, let's say. Not
goal amount for Gyökeres?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's 25 plus.
Like it's got to be at least 20.
25. It's a high number for sure, but like,
I think
this
20.
is the guy you bring in to try to get 25 goals.
Yeah, but what's like
There's
the
not too
minimum
many strikers
that you still feel good about?
I think
20 minimum.
18, 20, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about 18. 18's a lot of Premier League goals.
It's unfair to ask for anything higher than 20, but with the amount of fanfare and buzz that's gone around,
the price tag, you have to.
I mean, and the goals he scored last year, he put 4 up against City in the Champions League. He had hat trick after hat trick. He's
for real.
Everybody.
He's for real. Yeah.
The expectation is 25. Is it reasonable? Who knows? But I would say the expectation is 25.
That's
yeah.
In all comps, somewhere near 40.
Oh,
let's say Gyökeres comes in.
It's a lot of goals, baby.
Are you still feeling you need the Eze and Rodrigo? Need one or the other? Is there other players you have your eyes on? What completes?
I never thought it was Eze and Rodrigo. Honestly, if you told me it was just Madueke and Gyökeres as the reinforcements this summer up top, I would say that's more than good enough. If you're telling me I have another option bringing a guy, I would love Eze. I would love Rodrigo, obviously. I would love Morgan Rogers, I think is a really good option out in that left wing, kind of similar to Eze, but with a little more running power, I'd say. A little less creativity, but if we can get someone else, great. At this point, I don't give a shit about transfers. I don't care what the price tags are, and I do think we've gotten solid deals, by the way, but I just don't care anymore. Bring me the players. Let's win some trophies.
Yep, I think that's a mentality to have. Another player of interest for you is Richard Rios, the Colombian right back. Woo! Getting close to a Roma move. I saw that Zenit St. Petersburg offered the 30 million, and he said no. He wants to go to Roma. Right now, they're only offering 24 million, but that deal is getting pretty close there with Roma. That's the team for him. Big move.
Go to the other freaking club, man. Come to Everton, dude. I've been wanting him since that Copa America.
That'd be so
ever since that Copa America.
He's so saucy.
Been very due for a move.
Wherever he ends up, that's my next jersey.
Yeah. He's a saucy player there. Been killing it in Brazil. Another player that certainly could use a move is Gio Reyna, and the latest reporting is that LAFC is maybe the top contender. There was interest out of PSV, Ajax, and Feyenoord, but not looking like it's super concrete. There are a lot of rumors about that he's been offered to Lyon, with Lyon's Thiago Almada, formerly Atlanta United, center attacking mid, on his way potentially to Atletico Madrid. So we could see that. Lyon did win their appeal to stay in Ligue 1. So good news for Tanner Tessman, Matt Turner, potentially when that gets completed, and potentially Gio Reyna. But what is the move here? Nick, I'll start with you. I know you kind of mentioned last time we were talking about this, the move to MLS not being that bad of an idea when it was floated before, and we were saying he's above that level. I still solidly think he's above that level, but at this point, he just needs to play. He needs to be able to show that he has that talent, because if he's just sitting on the bench, nobody's gonna have him on the World Cup rosters, the rosters that he needs to be on, so that he can show off that talent. What is the best move for Gio here?
Listen, man, it was Lando floated it last summer, and I got behind it. He has to go where he is surefire going to play, and none of the other places you just listed is surefire every single week a starter. I don't care if it's Fire Nude, I don't care wherever. It just won't be. He has proven at this point that he is not reliable at the club level, and certainly not at the international level. If you want to blame injuries, if you want to blame there's been, attitude things being cited but never really confirmed. Whatever you want to do, all I know is he doesn't play. And we said last summer that the worst thing possible for him would be another year of this limbo, another year of nothing happening, another year of him not getting minutes. And that is exactly what happened. And so now, if you ask me, I think there really only is one choice. You have to go to the MLS. You have to get minutes under your belt. You have to get games. And Poch has already proven that he is more than comfortable picking guys from the MLS. So if your goal, which it should be, is to get to the World Cup next year, you 1,000,000% have to go play in MLS, be a guaranteed starter. Just on name value alone, they're going to play the hell out of you. You're going to be a huge draw, and you're going to be able to dominate. And that's fine if he's not getting any better. He just needs to get back to form. If he's not being challenged appropriately, I don't care. He just needs to be playing and confident in his game, and I think the talent will shine through enough that he'd be a valuable member of the squad next summer, which, again, is the only thing that should matter to Gio Reyna right now. This tweet's saying it all. He's 22. Worry about the rest of your career after a World Cup on home soil. Go get some games under your belt. Go get some minutes. Go get some form. Come to the MLS.
Yeah, I mean, I don't worry about Gio Reyna being in MLS. If he can just play wherever it would be, he can play. I'm sure he will show that he is very, very good. I would love for that to be in Europe. I'd love that to be in Eredivisie or at Lyon or something. But I think what you're saying is just the blatant truth is wherever he goes, regardless of MLS or whatever, it has to be surefire. He is going to play. He needs the minutes. He needs to be able to play. And honestly, if you look at what Malik Tillman did, that might be the blueprint of going to lower levels that you say, you know what, that's not exactly where he's at. You kill it there. And what you do is then move up another level and keep moving up levels rather than being straight into that Dortmund team and trying to fight for a position there and barely getting minutes and barely showing your development. Malik Tillman went to Rangers. He was a starlet of the Bayern Munich Academy, got minutes with them, and went to Rangers, was their best player, earned the move to the Eredivisie with PSV, stayed there an extra year, became one of the best players in the Eredivisie, now moving up another step to Bayern Leverkusen. It's earning those little steps rather than jumping, which I think a lot of U.S. men's national team players do, is those gigantic jumps. They can't handle it, or they don't have the backing because they haven't shown quite enough to just jump straight into a starting 11. And I think that's just what happened here is he never had that, whether it be injury or consistent play time, just able to build something that, okay, he's walking into a starting 11 based off his resume. I think he has to show it through some time on the actual field here. Dropping that level.
Someone tell Ajaming that he's not ready for Derby County. Tell him to stay. That's a level
fact.
above.
Yeah, that's. I'll let them figure that out. That's something Derby County needs to figure out themselves. Mike, what are you thinking? Because I still don't love him being in MLS.
I got
What I do love is
crucified last year.
him actually being able to play, and I think that's like you have to put aside anything you think about what it means for him to go back to MLS and just is it not just okay, play, get out there on the field.
Nick, we did crucify Nick for this last year, and my opinions haven't changed a whole lot. I think dropping from Dortmund, which is a massive club, one of the best teams in the world, here and there, depends on the year.
I mean, they made the Champions League
to
final
MLS,
a year ago.
exactly. It's a massive drop off. If you compare it going MLS or Eredivisie, that on paper is not that much different. One difference would be if you're playing in one of the top 3 clubs in Netherlands, and you can play European football. Up and down the league in Eredivisie is not vastly different than MLS. The bottom teams in Eredivisie are not better than the best teams in the MLS.
What an American
I
taste.
do agree with that. The lower level teams
You
in
don't watch
Eredivisie,
Eredivisie, Nick. They don't defend well.
Dude, we have
difference is
Bogus.
if you're in the top 3
Bogus
teams
League
in
better already.
Netherlands, you get to play European football, which is something I'd like to see a Gio Reyna do. What's confusing to me is I don't know how he can't find a team in France, a mid-level team in Spain, Italy that he could play for. I mean, fucking Mark McKenzie's playing in League One. Gio Reyna's a hell of a lot better than Mark McKenzie. How can he not find a team? A Marseille would have been a good fit. A Sevilla last year would have been a good fit.
Those are a level above him at the moment.
They might be a level above him. The Forest move, I can't help but to feel kind of hurt his stock drastically because it just didn't work out. The timing was bad. The fit was bad with them facing relegation. If he bounces down to MLS just to play at LAFC for a year, gets into the World Cup side, tears it up in MLS, which I'm sure he would, and then makes his way back to Europe, that's fine. But if it's a long-standing move, that's really sad to see.
I mean, I think that's good. You could sell it as, hey, go back to MLS, tear it up there, make the World Cup, show it at the World Cup, and the World Cup is just the biggest like proving ground that creates so many transfers. If he just does well in MLS, gets onto the squad, and then can play in the World Cup and do what he's done for this national team so many times, he'll earn a move to another spot that will have that backing and say, okay, yeah,
so many
he
times
can obviously play, and so I mean, not really. He's had goals or assists in so many major games for the U.S. Like
When's the
5-6
last time he played for
games.
us?
He got 2 assists in the Nations League final against Canada in one half. He was just completely ruling that entire game.
It's been.
I think it's been a while since he's played, but like still, it's not like we need to discount his talent.
We know the talent
just because of his availability.
If he goes to LAFC, he is certainly a game changer too. Makes them a legit contender to once again go to the deep playoff run and maybe win it. So that would be cool to see. Definitely would up his stock, give him a real chance to play minutes in the World Cup. So I can't be too mad about it.
Repeat after me. Nick was right.
No, you weren't.
No.
Nick was right. Really? Because right now you're both agreeing with me.
I prefer any other team. No. I still prefer any other team, but I'm just not gonna, throw a fit if he goes to MLS. I think
been a year.
Playtime.
Yeah, and I was right.
I didn't expect him to ride pine at Dortmund for another
we said
year.
we said he should leave Dortmund.
Right.
We just said not MLS. We said he should leave Dortmund. He stayed at Dortmund. Didn't work out. Speaking though of Dortmund players and drama and headlines, Christian Pulisic. That is all he has been this summer for the U.S. He did not show up for the Gold Cup. He has also been quite the drama maker, as Gio Reyna was in the 2022 World Cup cycle. Carly Lloyd has gone ahead and called for Pulisic, along with other players that didn't show up to the Gold Cup, to be left off of the U.S. men's national team roster for the September camp. Nick, are we being for real about this? They're obviously our best players. A lot of them were injured. It's really just Pulisic and Musa that were gone for personal reasons. Everyone else just actually had injuries. I don't know why she's kind of grouping everybody in, but should it be these players leaving for September? We don't have that many camps left. So I don't know if making a little statement for an entire camp is really the right way to go here. What do you think?
I mean, you're definitely right on the grouping thing. If this were to happen, it definitely would, in my mind, should just be Pulisic and Musa, who opted out. Let's call it what it is. They opted out of the Gold Cup. So yeah, you're right there. I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea. I don't know if I totally agree with it. You're right. Like the timing is just rough, but the other thing is like you accept them back and you start them. Like, are they really? Is anything changing in this team, or is it just the same shit show it has been for the past however long? So I don't hate the idea. I get where she's coming from. If I'm being completely honest, Pulisic definitely needs a kick in the ass, and I don't think this Gold Cup was that entirely. He's out here like basically subtweeting on Instagram, like just vacation. Oh, really enjoying it. So I wouldn't hate it. Would I do it? No, I don't think I would, but maybe Poch is a little ballsier than me. I don't know.
I mean, should a good manager, Mike, not be able to have a conversation, a wake-up call with a star player without making gigantic headlines around your team by dropping
Shouldn't that
him
have already
entirely?
happened, though?
But, I mean, you can just not start him for the first game and say, hey, listen, you didn't come in, going to start other people, and then sub him in and integrate him in. Let him know that it's not
playing him at all.
absolutely good as all.
That'd be good.
I
Let him ride.
He's still our best player by a
get the
mile.
point Carly Lloyd is making. No player is bigger than the team. I agree with that sentiment. But this whole situation's been handled poorly on both sides. Pulisic is a bitch.
What's Poch supposed to do?
Not put the fucking dirty laundry out there. Not make subliminal messages. Either say clear statements or don't say anything at all. That's how you should address it. That's my opinion. But can he live Pulisic out of the group, or should he leave Pulisic out of the group for September and October? Definitely not. You can't. You leave him out of the group, then you get rid of your one chance to get some momentum going into the World Cup. These are really important camps. You want the team to be together to play meaningful minutes against decent opponents. You're playing Japan and South Korea in September. Two teams that we should beat, but are kind of around our level. And then in October, we play Ecuador and Australia. Ecuador is pretty good. Australia, I'm really not sure right now. But if you're taking Pulisic out of one or both of these camps, you're fucking up the flow. You're fucking up the locker room. Whether he should be captain or not, you're taking a leader out of this team, which is going to mess things up. So you need the guys to be together. You need to figure a way out to patch up the relationship or get to an understanding. And you have several months to do that. So pick up the phone.
Really quick question. Would the locker room get so torn up? Seems like Tyler Adams is taking shots, who I think we would also call a leader on this team.
But everybody knows it. If you're talking about wanting to do your best in a World Cup, we've all been on teams where there are people that are not necessarily the favorite of what they do, causing drama for the team. But if it came down to it in a playoff situation, you still want those players out there if they're the best player. And in this case, regardless of all the drama and everything going on, Christian Pulisic is going to be the focus of this team in the World Cup for the U.S. team moving forward. You have to figure it out. You can't prolong it. You can't make more headlines by doing more stupid shit. You need to have a kumbaya moment with this team, because there is, like you said, Tyler Adams saying shit, and there seems to be frustration growing. You need to dissolve that so that you can build the team and work it around Christian Pulisic. He is the best player we have. He is in crazy good form, the best form he's ever been in at AC Milan. You can't just say, you know what, never mind, fuck it, Diego Luna, take the reins. That's like, if you want actual success, you can't just say, fuck it, he's been a bit of a pussy this summer, so we're just going to completely get rid of our best player entirely.
This is all assuming, though, that he comes back and is totally warm and is like free. Like, what if he comes back and he's still just a prick? Like, I'm not saying he wants a prick in the locker room. I don't know. But, like, something is definitely off this summer. And I think it's the Poch thing was weird. His comments were weird. But it was most clearly seen by Tyler Adams. And I think that it is fair to say there was a genuine feeling of that locker room of exactly what Carly Lloyd just said. He thinks he's bigger than the team. I think that's a fair thing that we can assume. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think it's getting way blown out of proportion because of how bad the team's played recently. But there wasn't any of this commentary around Pulisic prior to this window. He's never been like an ego guy. If anything, we've talked about his lack of ego and how he needs to step up and fucking grab teams by the reins, want to be that guy, want to be the penalty taker. So the narrative switched completely. I never heard anything about him being toxic in any sort of international locker room.
No, and
I think the whole thing was this whole team is so kumbaya and amazing and all great friends, not, oh, there's a cancer in the locker room and Pulisic's hated. It's that, oh, they're all best friends and they're not.
And the Tyler Adams thing, like, I think it's taken out of context. I think he's frustrated based on how they perform in that Gold Cup final. And yeah, he probably wants Pulisic, other guys to be there, want to be there, especially when he is. But if you take him aside and say, hey, do you think Pulisic should be left out of camps now? Fuck no, he's not going to say that.
But to be fair, maybe toxic is a step too far. But a real criticism that a lot of people, including the three of us, have had about this, team, about this national team, is that there are some guys who feel entitled, and we never really attached names to that. But what if Pulisic was one of those guys? And we have critiqued that, and maybe it's starting to show a little bit more as opposed to where we used to not know. And again, toxic was probably the wrong word for me to use, but I think it's fair to say that he believes he's a level above, and whether he is or not, I understand Flag's going to say, well, he is just better than everyone. Okay, but is that a healthy thing to have in a team that is trying to, with him or not, make some real major upsets in the World Cup?
No, I mean, it's definitely not. I think you see that from like a case of like Mbappe, where he seems like he thinks he's a level above, both at PSG when they had the whole Neymar Messi combo and how he just would never pass it to either of them, and at Real Madrid and the whole pressing thing that has gone so much with the Michael Jordan speech that Luis Enrique gave him. You have to have people that just don't give a fuck. Like the Dembele, where he's going to press nonstop and he's Ballon d'Or candidate #1, and all he's doing in the Club World Cup is just sprinting after everything, giving his fucking all for everything, not thinking he's above it because he's Ballon d'Or #1 candidate. You want people bought in. I do think that Pulisic does have that entitled bit. Yeah, maybe it is rightfully so because he knows he's the best player, but at the same time, you can't have that showing on the pitch. So we're hoping that, he can be a dog on the actual pitch and not kind of let this little bullshit mentality carry over to the actual field. Because I think if it does carry over to the actual field and you see him doing those actions where he's not giving his all, that's when you do start pulling him from the pitch and really sending that big message rather than continuing this drama from this summer.
I think bring him and bench him. I think that's a good plan. Find a little happy medium.
Yeah, bring him off the bench. I mean, that's what they did when he was struggling against in Canada. They benched him for that game, brought him off the bench.
Or bench him the entire first game.
Immediately scored. So
not even bring him off. Maybe, let him come off the bench the second game. Something has to be done here. There has to be a correction.
There has to be something happening. As Mike mentioned, we have some games to figure out what this team is going to be made of. South Korea, a good matchup. Japan, a great matchup. They're in September. And then in the October camp just released today, we will face off against Ecuador. Good chance to play against South American opposition. And then Australia, the Oceania Giants over there. Going to be some interesting matchups here. We're getting a lot of different confederations.
They play in the Asian Confederation.
Yeah, they do. But Oceania region there, still, I'll always give that to them.
Give me New Zealand.
Boys, a lot has been made of the U.S. men's national team this summer. There's going to be a lot more made of them next summer when the U.S. is hosting the World Cup here on American soil. We were all tasked with the job of creating our starting 11 for that first game in the World Cup. We will have one-word reactions to each other's. We'll talk about where we struggled the most, and then we will have Palmer, producer P, pick the best one, and we can converse as we go through here. But who are we starting off with here, producer P? Who has the first 11? And then if you want to read through your decision making here, whoever it is, and then we'll have one-word reactions from you. And Looks like
Wait,
Mike.
I have to
as
pick off
Nick
the
is
rip. I
first
haven't
one.
even looked at him yet.
How have you not?
Pick one. And
All
Nick
right, I'll
is
go.
up first.
I like Nick's the most.
No,
I'll say
No.
You're an idiot.
Nick is explaining. Nick is explaining, and then after we're all done, you'll choose your favorite.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
so
go ahead.
I'll say mine. You guys give me your one-word reactions. We'll start in goal. In goal, we're going with the former Man City man, current Colorado Rapids man, Zach Steffen. The back four, I think we're probably going to be pretty similar with maybe one exception. Desta right back, Jedi at left, Chris Richards right center back. Honestly, it might be my pick for captain if I'm being honest. And then Mark McKenzie is the man I chose there, who I think looked solid enough when he did play. I didn't like any of the options if I'm being honest. Weston McKennie and Tyler Adams were my pivot. I think two guys that you can just rely on the most. I think we have a lot of options in that midfield pivot area. I think their athleticism, their kind of complementary styles can help them out a little bit there. I went Tillman at the 10, Pulisic at left wing, Weah at right wing, and who I believe is our most talented 9, Flo Balogun up top. Your one-word reactions, gentlemen.
Interesting.
Optimistic.
That was so goddamn rude by Mike. I'm about to give the shittiest one word for Mike.
I'll say optimistic is my word.
Why? Because
for this,
Pulisic? Yeah.
thruster.
He probably
No,
won't
I
make
think
it,
the
you're right. Not
the
one word. One word. You can't say
Steffen-
nothing.
all right.
Shut up.
All right. Who is up next to explain their 11?
Up next is Mike, who managed to put his
Mike.
upside down.
And he put upside down and with depth on it. All right. Here we go, Mike. Explain your team.
I did put depth. We'll just read the starter. So Matt Turner in the sticks, pretty similar team the rest of the way to Nick, which I'm sure we'll see here. There's some locks. Des Richards, Ream, Robinson in the back line, McKennie and Adams, and Tillman making up the midfield, Weah and Pulley on the wings, and then Ballo up top. I think it's the strongest lineup. We'll talk more after we reveal yours, but the center mids were the trickiest part for me.
All right. We'll move over to mine. And
Washed.
What are your one-word reactions?
Washed.
Who's that targeted at?
Similar is what I'm going to say.
I'm sure all three of ours are very similar.
All right. Let's get into mine. I did make some things based off of knowing that you guys might do the same. I went with Matt Turner in net. I think he's just going to be able to be playing at Lyon. So it's going to be probably his job if he performs in the slightest, because he is proven to be maybe one of the best shot stoppers we have. Dest, Richards, Robinson, I think are all givens. Debated McKenzie or Ream here. I just feel like Poach likes Ream, and Ream is just fitting of more possession in the back. So I would love to see McKenzie, though. That would be certainly my preferred option there. McKennie Adams in the center, I think that's obvious. Tillman at the 10. I think it'd be hard for Gio Reyna to completely usurp him here this quickly, especially with Tillman being a main man at such a big club like Bayer Leverkusen. And then Pulisic left wing, obviously. Balogun with Paul Pogba giving him service at Monaco, and then with the reports of Playa coming into PSV, it looks like Pepe's going to have some more competition. Might not be easy starts for him. And then I went with Musa on the right wing position. I go with this because Pochettino has chosen him so many times in that same exact position. And even without Musa in camp, you saw somebody like a Sebastian Berhalter, a Jack McGlynn, a type of midfielder that's not really a winger, kind of being able to play in that and have those players like a Dester Robinson push up quite a bit as they kind of fold in and help with more possession. So I think that's more of the fitting and just kind of reading off of Pochettino there. What's the one-word reactions here from the boys?
Basic.
Slow.
All right, Palmer, After hearing the rationale and looking at the teams,
Wait, let's talk about the
where we struggled the most. All right,
Yeah.
Nick, you had a goalkeeper and defense, which you chose some things that I think were a little different, and some of the things that I was debating as well. But you went with Stefan, Robinson, McKenzie, Richards, and Dest. What were you struggling with? Who were you kind of thinking of putting them in instead of some of these players?
Yeah, honestly, I did think long and hard about Matt Turner. I think I typed his name in and then deleted it when we were putting this together. I just am honestly unconvinced he does end up at Lyon. I'm unconvinced that even if he does, he's the guaranteed starter at Lyon. I mean, he was supposed to be the main man, for a couple teams now, and that has not worked out. And I think Stefan just has a much clearer path to playing a lot. I still believe that when he has his confidence, he's a good U.S. men's national team keeper anyways. And I think that he's going to have a chance to get his confidence here in the MLS. So I'm going Zach Steffen. Thought about Matt Freese. Honestly, he didn't look that good, but it's just the PKs to make you think.
I love the PKs.
So I maybe Freese comes in as a specialist, Tim Krul-esque. And then Mark McKenzie. Tim Ream's going to be retired next summer, so there's probably no way that he makes this roster. No, but seriously, I mean, the man is so old. I think he has already been losing a step, physically, definitely. But like I said, I did not like some of the decision making that he kind of showed this summer. So I know McKenzie's not amazing on the ball himself. Definitely plays the ball a little bit, so some trade off there. And I do think he's probably of the center backs, like one-on-one actual defending. Richards, I think, is much better positionally, but just straight up one-on-one defending, I think him and Jedi are pretty close. So just put the best defender out there, playing a lot in Ligue 1. Those were obviously the two biggest ones. That's where I struggled.
Yeah, I was big on the McKenzie versus Ream thing. Stefan, I just can't imagine relying on him in a World Cup because he's going to have some type of bad tweet right before the game. Brother cannot stay healthy to save his life. But if it were if you told him the World Cup was Leagues Cup, holy shit, we would be in the final the way he played in that.
I also thought about, we'll get to the midfield later.
I like the Stefan shout. I considered him for a bit. He was the most exciting for the longest time. Really thought he would do things when he was in Europe. But he just hasn't played for us for so long. Who knows what you're going to get. And then I considered McKenzie as well. I put him as the understudy for Ream. He's just looked so shit for us every time he's played for the United States. In both those friendlies he started, he looked awful. And then he kind of lost all trust from Poach, it looked like, in the Gold Cup. Played a handful of minutes off the bench. Tim Ream is old, but I think having Robinson out there on the left flank provides him the cover he needs. And I think what he provides from leadership and ball playing attributes kind of makes up for what he lacks in physicality at this point.
Here's a shout. Nokai Banks from Augsburg. Going to be getting a lot of minutes for them at center back. Very good ball playing.
He's going to have
if he gets
a year to get into contention.
Going to be playing a lot with Augsburg at center back. So if we don't have many other options, and he is a very good ball playing center back. So we'll see if he at least makes the roster, get some playing time. Mike, we all the same 3 in the midfield. Why is it just this 3? Is it this obvious? It's going to be this 3, and is there a chance for a difference in there? A Musa, a Reyna, a cheeky little Diego Luna at the 10?
At this point in time, it seems like this 3, based off everything we know. But it was difficult. I considered some other names. It's our deepest player pool by far. Is the center of the park, those midfield spots. You have a guy like Johnny Cardoso making a big move to Atletico Madrid, and he's not in any of our starting lineups, but he certainly could be. If he plays serious minutes for Atleti and they're a good team this year, I mean, that's going to be a hard dude to leave off the bench or not play serious minutes. Tessman's a great player. He's looked good for us when he's played for the national team. He'll probably play serious minutes again in Lyon. He was understudy a little bit to Matic this year, but I think he'll get more minutes this new season. And then the guys I did pick to start, Adams is a lock. He's going to be in every team as long as he's available. He didn't have the best summer. He looked shaky on the ball, but he's been asked to play a lot of minutes. Who knows how healthy he still is? And being
As he
ball
said,
dominant,
played through it.
Exactly. Played through it and being ball dominant, not having another guy next to him who's more secure on the ball. It makes him a bit isolated. You have a guy like West next to him who does want to be on the ball, wants to surge forward, wants to join the attack. That's a perfect complement. Weston McKennie has to be in the team. Outside of Christian Pulisic, he's probably our second most talented player. He's done it at the highest level for a long time. Even when Juventus counts him out time and time again, he still creeps back into the lineup somehow. So he's got to be there, got to start. And then Tillman, based off recent form, he should be at the 10, I'm thinking. I think Reyna's ceiling, his skill set might still be better, but Tillman's been doing it for 2 seasons at PSV with good goal returns. Got a huge move to Leverkusen. Showed up for the Gold Cup, big time, was our best player. So he's got the hot hand, has to go in the team. And then I put Musa as the understudy for Tim Weah, but I like him in the center of the park better. It just seems like Poch doesn't want to play him there.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a good little trio there. Hopefully, we can have more conversations about who should fit in there, not just all have a unanimous. Kind of makes the whole entitled and lineup thing come back up here. I had the wide midfielders and the striker. I say wide midfielder because Musa would not necessarily be a winger in this situation, as Pochettino explained a little bit. I think Weah was a choice I thought about just a lot there, because I would personally put him out there because he's great at just getting past the defender and ripping in a service into the box. But I think Musa is probably what Pochettino goes there, so I thought Weah quite a bit there. Balogun, it was really just Balogun or Pepe. PSV, I'm sure he's going to kill it, and I think he could 100% be that guy. I think Balogun maybe fits the style of this team a little bit more, though.
I thought Pepe is kind of Poch's profile. I thought you didn't. I really thought about him, honestly.
I mean, I think there's a lot more balls being played in behind and runs being made and fluidity, where I think Balogun kind of helps with that a good amount.
But he also likes kind of a bigger guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Clearly, I mean, look at
Ajiman. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could make an argument either way. Ajiman just never saw the runs in, so I guess we never really got to see what the passes really looked like. He just wouldn't see the runs. Pulisic's obviously the easy one, but yeah, I think Pepe Balogun is going to be the striker battle to watch. PSV obviously gets a shit ton of goals, so Pepe can certainly help out his case, but we'll have some competition. Balogun also has some competition, but should have some good service there in Monaco with Ansu Fati and Pogba helping him out there in Monaco. That'd be a fun team to watch.
Oh yeah.
Sargent, I think, is just kind of out of it. He was left out this summer.
Gone.
Getting moves to Leeds, Burnley, or now Wolfsburg entering the race. Unless he just lights shit up, I just don't see it.
Don't count him out.
I'm counting him out.
I mean, in the Premier
He's
League,
still third in my book.
Something.
I'm counting him
I think
out.
he's third.
Ajameng third.
But
Get the fuck out.
get the fuck out. Yeah. God, if we had Sargent this summer, who knows what would have changed? Probably would have still lost in the final.
He would have gotten hurt.
One more goal.
But
He would have gotten hurt.
he probably would have gotten hurt. But Palmer, now that all this is said, we've talked about our thought process quite a bit. Which one do you want to see? Producer P, Producer Pochettino. What's your starting 11 here?
Butch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Mike really sold me when he was walking through his lineup here. The only problem that I have is I feel like I've seen this lineup on the pitch like for the past 2 years now, and nothing good has come.
You've
from
never seen this lineup. This lineup has never played.
Except for Dest like obviously Des being back is great, but Weah coming back, I guess that's good. I don't know, man. I feel like I want
Weah
to
red
see,
card.
Yeah, Weah red card. I feel like I want to see
Way a Dest red card, no right flank.
The fun side.
I want to see something
Fun side.
fucking change. So I'm gonna stick with Knicks.
We do need another player to come through and
I
show
Tim Ream.
Show something.
Mike nearly sold me on Ream, but every time he's on the pitch, like he's obviously a leader there, and it's a good thing. So I definitely want him in the camp, but he's slow. He's clearly slow, and teams take advantage of that. And when you're going,
Palmer's
into the
ball
World
knowledge
Cup-
has grown so much. Attaboy, Palmer.
when you're going into the World Cup, people are going to know that your left center back is slow as fuck and old. So I don't know. I don't know who this goalie is at all. So I can't really decide on that. But
Once upon a time, he was destined to take the reins. But
yeah, well, once upon
he
a time,
did take the
apparently never
reins.
showed up.
He had the reins back in the day.
Yeah.
He was
and
Tim
then
Howard
Greg-
when Tim Howard was 12.
Oh my god. Turner.
I was about to get so upset.
Turner seems like consistently just
Bad.
barely subpar.
He just wasn't playing. Now he's gonna be playing. I promise.
Turner's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
never been bad for the U.S.
No,
always
he's
been
not.
pretty
He's
consistent.
not
He
bad.
just
He's
doesn't
just
play in his club.
below where
Correct.
we've needed him every game, which is just tragic. So I think that
That's
you
a good
need
take.
to light the fire, and you need to get someone new. And I like what we did for the Gold Cup with that new kid. I don't know his name, but
Freeze.
yeah, with Reese.
Freeze.
Uh,
Angel Reese, yep.
Maybe bring him in again instead of Stefan. I don't know. I guess it depends on how people look come the end of the year.
Oh, he's freestyling. He's putting his own lineup in.
Listen, all you need to know about this little exercise is Palmer was choosing between me and Mike, and noted U.S. men's national team expert Jared Flaggett sat on the sidelines comfortably third.
We all have the same damn fucking lineup other than two players.
Comfortably third.
And mine, I think, is more realistic because I include the Musa.
Hey, for real though, really quick, I do think that I think that's the one spot Gio has a shot to start on the right mid, and I think he's been playing kind of a midfielder wide because Dest hasn't been there. Now that Dest can kind of help with some of the build up in that area of the pitch, I think there's a better chance he could switch that up. I don't know that for sure, but I get where you're coming from for sure. But I do think
Yeah.
Dest just provides a lot more build up help. Whereas it was Joe Scally and Alex Freeman, those aren't necessarily offering anything going forward.
How
But Alex Freeman was also crazy high up the wing. So, that's the same thing Des will do, I'm sure.
how has Des been playing?
Yeah, my biggest takeaway from this exercise is
We're screwed.
the fall off from first option to second option in most positions is drastic. There are
Yeah, there's three options.
8 or
three
9
positions that have a second
locks.
option, and that's it.
in this team. And then it's tough to figure out. I mean, I put understudies in all of mine, and I was not confident in most of them. Some of them make perfect sense. The center mids, strong. But then you look at center backs,
The wingers
Yikes.
are awful.
full
The wingers
backs,
there's no depth.
wingers.
Luna's going to
yikes.
the World Cup.
We have a striker and a center mid as our depth as wingers.
Well, Haji Wright plays off that left side. Never
but
really
he's more
played
like a second
striker since 22. And then Musa that's where Poach plays him. So
Haji
yes.
Wright is
we have some other guys. I mean, Cade Cowell could play.
Kevin Paredes just scored 2 goals for
Kevin
Wolfsburg in
Paredes.
Kevin
preseason
Sullivan.
friendly.
the next
Gavin
Lamine
Sullivan
Yamal,
just
some
scored a
people are saying.
brace.
Yes.
Some people are saying.
I'll need some fullbacks and some center backs to step up big time this year because, I mean,
Okay,
I
Banks.
hope Des is healthy, but someone's going to miss this team. Injuries are going to happen. Hopefully,
yeah.
it's not multiple.
Yeah, plus he's not taking Pulisic.
Yeah, plus he's not taking Pulisic, Jedi Robinson, Dest, McKennie, Balogun, Weah, Musa.
Palmer,
all
can
because
you
they missed this one.
delete Tillman and put Carly Lloyd in for me, would you?
Got you.
Abby
She's
Wambach
she's
actually
the
would
real
be Poch's striker.
missing player that we needed. Let us
She
know in
was
the
dog.
comments what
Where's
your
my
starting
man,
11 would
Shaq
be, what you
Moore?
would change from ours, and players you think they can come through and fight for a spot in the 11. Let's close it out, boys, with a cheeky wonder grid. Let's see
we
what
doing
we
the
can
wonder
get
grid?
as a score.
Speed run,
here.
speed run, speed run.
God damn.
Under
run.
100. Under a
Okay.
hundo is
Pulling it
the goal here for the boys. As
Give us
always,
the
we're gonna
USMNT.
speed run. We
Are we
have
doing
Inter
this one?
Milan, France, and the Premier League across the top, and Dortmund, Roma, and Juventus on the vertical axis.
Is this the one we're doing?
Mike, Nick, you guys want to get us started with any of these?
Let's go with
Let's go
What's the
top
name of
right,
that?
Giovanni Reyna.
Dortmund Premier League.
Giovanni Reyna.
baby.
There he is, Gio.
Roma Premier League.
Take it to, actually.
Gio.
Tammy Abraham. Roma Premier League. Tammy.
There he is.
Top one.
Okay.
All right,
I'm about
Juventus
to-
Premier League, Weston McKennie.
I'm about to end
Tim
Thomas'
Weah.
career.
Tim Weah.
Steven
Tim Weah
Lichtsteiner.
never played in the Premier League.
Steven
Steven
what?
Lichtsteiner.
LIE, I think. I don't know. So
He
right
played
back.
on Arsenal for
Oh,
like
it's
a year, didn't he?
PH.
LICH. You can just put in
Oh.
LICH right now. I'm sure it'll come up.
He played what, like 1 year?
Just put in
Yeah.
LICH.
He was 34.
Yeah, he was
sucked.
nasty at Juve before that.
Yeah.
Wait.
Stefan, right? That's him, right? Yeah,
How do you spell his name? Oh, there it is.
I think that's it. Yeah,
Yeah. Go for it.
2.
nice.
Bro, McKennie
That's a
was even
high
lower.
number.
Good pace, boys.
That's a high number for
Bro.
Stefan Lichtsteiner. Juve, Inter Milan. Who should we go there? Juan Cuadrado.
Juan Cuadrado. A little Colombian for the vibes.
Yep. He's probably gonna be pretty high.
He'll be okay. Ah, not bad.
Oh,
Oh.
6%.
What a
Wow.
lovable face he
Oh.
has.
Wow.
Flags.
France. I feel like that should be easy. Fuck. What was
France, Juve, Adrien Rabiot.
No, don't
Rabiot?
do that. Don't do Rabiot. That's gonna be gigantic. What was the super huge
Thuram?
fucking center back? 6'8" center back for Dortmund.
What?
He's huge. He's there. It's a recent person.
Oh, the African guy
Oh, he's French.
who played like right back too.
Sometimes, yeah.
He was
Oh, Zagadou.
Zagadou. Yes, Zagadou.
He's
How do-
French.
How do I spell
Excuse
that?
me. I did a racist.
ZA. Dan Axel Zagadou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Damn, I
18.
haven't heard about that guy. in a long time.
18. The fuck?
That's
Why is it that high?
Oh, he's also Ivorian.
What the fuck?
What's the name of there was a French right back on Roma. He was not good. I only remember him from FIFA. Fuck.
Start with a T.
No, I think it started with a C. Whatever. Let's go Perisic for Dortmund Inter, top left.
Ivan Perisic.
It's
P-E.
P-E-S-I-C.
Yep.
There
There
it
is
is.
top one.
Jesus. 18.
He's
What
18
a
for that,
man
too.
he
That's
is.
actually lower than I thought it might be.
Juve, France. Let's go Patrice Evra.
Ebra.
EVRA. Just do EVRA. Top one. Yep.
3.
Damn. What would be a
pace, boys.
non-popular Roma France?
Is
Did
Federico? No,
Lucas Digne play at Roma?
I don't think so. Is Fazio? Was he Argentinian or French?
I'm trying to think of like Who's small ass players that played there? I wish you could say
Did Jordan Veretout play there? Villa guy? Remember?
Roma, Inter Milan. Should we do Romelu Lukaku?
I think we have to for the vibes.
Oh, you know
We
who
wanna close on
definitely
him?
did? Steven Nzonzi, I'm pretty sure played on Roma.
Yeah.
I'm down to say Nzonzi.
Dude, I used to
Nzonzi.
love him as a center. I wanted
like spelling that
Arsenal
one.
to sign him so bad. Nzonzi. Nzonzi.
I was excited to see
Nzonzi.
what
Come
Bob
on.
came up with as the spelling.
We
Come
never
on,
would have gotten
Stevie.
Shout
there.
out.
Well,
Damn.
Well,
What are
ooh.
those percentages,
Damn, bro. Some
bro?
of these are high.
Yeah, what? Is
No,
it me?
amazing.
I mean,
He's got a player.
Lukaku will be large.
still on
We
pace.
want to go
Lukaku's
something
going to
smaller.
be massive.
Let's not go Lukaku.
Stop.
Dzeko? Who's going to be more, Dzeko or...
Dzeko actually might be a decent shout,
Checo's going to be high as well.
Think?
Dzeko,
but not as high as
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
What's the name of the Italian kid? Did he play for Inter?
What Italian kid?
What Italian kid?
He's a 10.
Zaniolo?
Yeah.
Nah.
Did he play for Inter?
Who?
I don't
Zaniolo?
think he played for Inter, did he?
Nicolo
Marco
Zaniolo?
He definitely played for
I don't
Roma,
think
right?
so.
Okay, never mind.
He played for West Ham? Fiorentina?
All right, let's go Dzeko.
Um,
All right. Edin Dzeko. Dzeko.
let's go Darmian.
I don't think he played on Roma.
I don't
Did
know.
he?
I don't
Go
think so.
Dzeko. There he is.
There he is.
Our boy.
What do we
Come
got?
on.
Under
The big
20. Under 20.
Bosnian. The
Under
big
20.
boss.
91.
Oh!
91!
Is that a record?
Bosh, lads.
I think that's our
20.
3-man record, right?
3-man record.
Bosh.
Bro, I can't believe
Oh.
Dan
Shows
Axel
the summary.
Zagadou was 18% though. That kind of
Yeah, no, that was
a bit.
crazy high.
The fuck? Also,
That seemed like a
hats
goal.
off to you for pulling that name from my idea. I
Zagadou.
love saying a 6'8" center back that
Damn.
used to play for
There's
Dortmund.
only
You guys are like,
six
yeah.
French players that have ever played for Dortmund.
That's actually insane. Who are they? Click the list.
Click the 2 6s.
Dortmund, France.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Oh, well,
Dembele, as
guess
they
we'll
show.
never know.
I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Rip.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, Modeste would have been sick. Modeste would have been a
I
pull.
mean, yeah,
The
we
other
didn't really have any
Koulibaly.
choices.
Dude,
Do
we would
the,
have never gotten the right Koulibaly.
No, he wouldn't. Do Dortmund Inter. I want to see that one as well.
That's Mkhitaryan too. I was
Mkhitaryan is
Mkhitaryan and
Yeah,
for
Pulisic.
sure. Mkhitaryan, Hakimi,
Hakimi, I knew would be too big.
Who was the top
Paulo
option?
Sousa. Yeah,
Let's
Hakimi
see.
was. Yeah.
Hakimi, yeah, 43. Yeah, that would have fucked us.
Ah, new record, boys. That did not feel like a record-breaking attempt.
Now that was
Damn, we're
haphazard at best. Came out with a 91.
Not bad.
Let us know if your Wonder Grids are going better than ours. If you're able to do them as quick, or if you're learning some ball knowledge, some players from our footy grids here. Got a cheeky Gio Reyna into this one, so I'm feeling pretty good, boys, to close this one out. Any final thoughts from you two? Had a lot to talk about with the U.S. men's national team and Arsenal bringing in some potentially huge names here. What are some final thoughts for the viewers at home?
If you have not gotten the pleasure of watching Richard Rios play, whatever league he ends up in, go subscribe because
Sauce.
that man is an engine. He's saucy. He's got shooting range to him. He is nasty. So up Richard Rios, and as always, up the Gunners.
Yeah,
Mike?
go watch 2024 Copa America Richard Rios highlights. Him and
Dude.
James. Saucy. We had Patrice Evra in our Wonder Grid today. You know what he likes to say? I love this game. I love this game. I love this podcast. We love the U.S. men's national team, even though they kind of suck. But we're going to figure it out in a year's time. Up the lads.
Up the lads, up the boys, up the pod. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you want to see this summer from us, and we'll make sure to make it happen. Peace. Yeah.